Tuttie Peets, and I'm a wood sculptor, and I'd like to show you around my studio today. If you we go around the room, these are sort of a collection of things in some of my sculptures. These are pieces in progress. This is a piece that I just finished that I'll have at our ARTfusion show and sale, which I'll tell you about more later. And then this is kind of my brag wall. And as we go around, more sculptures, completed sculptures. And we come around here, and there's still more. I'm running out of room for places to put pieces. And these are some hanging pieces. More finished sculptures. This is kind of where I store my tools. I have lots of tools, mostly sharp. Different tools.
Can you open that door again? Okay.
Too fast. These are some finished sculptures and more storage for more tools and a dust collection system. And these are my dust mask, collection mask for respirator, which if you work with wood is really important because it is cumulative in your lungs. So I always tell my students when I'm teaching that that's the first thing you need to know and the thing you need to remember the most. I do use a few power tools. This is a right angle grinder, which is a really fast power tool and removes. I use it for shaping. If I want to shape a piece, you need to be really careful with this tool. This is my other power tool I like to use. This is called a Fordham. If you know what a Dremel is, this is like a giant Dremel. It's a 3rd horsepower, so it's a lot of juice, and you can put different bits on it, and it's a really helpful tool. I use it quite often. These are some unfinished or in-progress pieces. This is twisted juniper, which came from the high desert of Oregon, and I'm just shaping it. It's nice to have all your ends come to a nice flow rather than a blunt end like jumping off a cliff. So I would use, this is a Shinto rasp, and I would use something like this to shape this end. Eventually it'll come like this, and you can see where it's working. This is a piece of western red cedar, which grows here on our peninsula. And this is another piece of this twisted juniper from Oregon. I'm working on incorporating these 2 pieces into a sculpture. I'll be cleaning this one. If you can see right here, I've scraped off the old weathered material down to this really pretty white color there. And there should be several different colors in this wood. But when I get through, the contrast here should be lovely. And then incorporate it in with the cedar, which will have a little bit of oil, which will even make it a little redder and darker. The thing I'd like to say is that I said I am a wood sculptor. I work with found wood, which could come from anywhere. My husband says I'm shameless. I'll go anywhere and talk to anybody to find the good pieces of wood. And to me, wood is like people. Each one has its own personality. So I really like to look for different types of wood. I do a lot of shaping. And I am going to have my sculptures at ARTfusion, which is Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 11 to 5, all 3 days. There will be, it's at the Cutting Garden Studio on Dahlia Llama Lane off Woodcock, and there'll be 4 other artists there. Insquim, sorry. There will be 4 other artists. Please come and see our work. We will be happy to have you there. Thanks.